Now the reason I'm making this video is because I've spent a lot of time discussing what the Shia are not. Maybe it's time I discussed who the Shia really are. I mean, who are the Shia? Assalamu alaikum. First and foremostly, we believe only in one God. قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ اللَّهُ الصَّمَدُ لَمْ يَلِدْ وَلَمْ يُولَدْ وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. That's it. Quite categorical, completely simple. We believe that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was the final and greatest prophet ever. The best and the final messenger, the seal of prophethood. And we believe only in one Quran, which is exactly the same Quran that you believe in. I have 8 Qurans in my house, bought at different times, from different places, different countries, and you know what? They're all exactly the same. So you're thinking, hold on a second. You mean to tell me that Shias believe in one God, one Prophet, and one Quran? What makes them so different from us? Not much. Not much at all. So, who are the Shia? First of all, the word Shia means companion of, or follower of, or partisan of. It was originally derived to describe the followers of Imam Ali, who was the son-in-law of the Holy Prophet. Now, before I go into this, it's very important that we understand that everything the Muslims do, whether Sunni or Shia, is derived from the Quran and the Hadith. The majority of the world Muslims can be divided into Sunnis and Shias. Now, Sunnis believe that after the demise of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, he left no successors. When the split took place, what basically happened was some of the Muslims believed that the Quran and the Hadith was enough for them, while the other side of the Muslims believed that the rightful successor who the Holy Prophet ﷺ chose himself must be followed. Now, what the Shias believe is that Imam Ali actually knew the Quran, he knew the Hadith, inside out. He knew them better than anybody else, and I'm sure that there are many Hadiths which will testify to this. And I'm sure nobody can deny that Imam Ali was a genius. Now the key point to contemplate on is, would the Holy Prophet ﷺ have left the world without leaving somebody behind to guard over Islam? Now some Sunnis will argue that that was the 3 Caliphs, the 3 first Caliphs, but actually none of them were chosen by the Holy Prophet himself. Many Hadiths may testify to that Holy Prophet speaking highly of them, but did he ever choose them to lead the people after his demise? The Shias would say no. After the Holy Prophet's demise, we believe that the family of the Holy Prophet were the best people to follow. Now, why did the Shia believe that we should follow the Ahlul Bayt, or the family of the Holy Prophet? Well, it's because of one very explicit and undeniable hadith. Now, why do the Shia believe that the Holy Prophet needed to leave a successor? Well, let's just look at it very, very logically. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine that you're the leader of this great, great company, this corporate business empire, and it's steadily growing. However, there's many flaws and there's many things that need to be addressed. Soon the time comes for your retirement. Are you gonna just say, you know what guys, you handle it? Or are you going to make sure that somebody who has the best knowledge in that kind of industry will be left in charge after you? The Holy Prophet was the greatest man that ever lived. He brought the greatest legacy that the human race had ever witnessed. Do you believe that this message would be left in the hands of ordinary people? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. The Holy Prophet wouldn't have just left us alone without leaving somebody to watch over us. But why is it that the Shia believe that he chose Imam Ali? Now this is a very authentic hadith. It's called the incident of Ghadir Khum. I've made another video about it. You might want to check it out if you have the time. I'll put a link down there with all the references once I find them. Imagine the time for the last pilgrimage of the Holy Prophet dawned upon the people, and he stood in the middle of the desert in the burning heat and called back 100,000 people in the middle of the desert. The Holy Prophet says, "Do I not have more authority over you than you have over your own selves?" The people reply in unison. They say, "Oh, of course." All the people say, "Yes, surely." Then the Holy Prophet declares, "Man kuntu mawlahu fahadha haliyam mawla." Of whomsoever I am Mawla, Ali also is his Mawla. Now, what does Mawla mean? Mawla means leader or master. Some may even say owner. And there are arguments popping up here and there that say the word Mawla means friend. That's kind of insulting. Do you really believe that the Holy Prophet would stop 100,000 people in the middle of the desert to say, "If you're my friend, Imam Ali is also your friend"? Doesn't make any sense. And whether you're a Sunni or Shia, Imam Ali has great importance in the Ummah. Imam Ali was the fourth Khalif, the fourth and the final Khalif. Therefore his word is law anyway. If he's the final one left in charge of the Ummah, then his law should be abided. So, in summary, the Shias believe only in one God. They believe in one Prophet. They believe in one Quran. They believe that after the demise of the Holy Prophet, he left Imam Ali in charge. So by following Imam Ali, you're following the Sunnah of the Holy Prophet, and therefore you're following the Quran and you're following God. For those of you who don't know, taqiyya is basically a concept in Shiaism that allows you to lie in order to save your life. For example, if somebody came up to you and said,
"Say that you believe in 50 million gods, otherwise I'm gonna kill you."
You can just be like, "Yeah, that's cool. I believe in 50 million gods. Please don't kill me." It is a choice. But you see, a person like me, living in the West, I have freedom of speech here. Nobody's going to kill me. I'm completely and utterly free to say and do whatever I want. I have no reason to lie. It's as simple as that. But what some arrogant, ignorant people love to do is twist it around. And every time I'm trying to explain what I believe in, they like to say, "Oh, no, you're doing taqiyya." Do you like it when people come up to you and try telling you what you believe in, rather than asking you what you believe in? It is the most annoying thing in the world, so please bear that in mind before posting comments down here, please. Shias are being killed, they're being massacred across the world because of the ignorance and the arrogance of some people. Instead of going up to somebody and asking them, "Hey, I heard this bad thing about you. Is it true that you believe in this?" Instead of saying that, people assume it. They assume, "Oh, that person's a kafir just because he's labelled as one." Is that right? Ask me what I believe in. I have no reason to lie to you, and I'll do my best to answer any questions. I'm sure you have met Shias in your lifetime. Ask them. Ask them what they believe. Look at their books. Find out yourself. Don't just go on the general stigma. Please, have some respect. We're all brothers in faith and humanity. Thank you for listening. Assalamu alaikum.